Hello friends, welcome to my channel and coaching center. Today I am going to explain your 10th standard chapter 6 10th standard 6th chapter life process. So a dog walks as a dog walk, a cow runs or a person slows speaks shout shouts. These all are tells us they are living tells us they are living, but a plant has green leaves green leaf or other color leaf. This also tells us that they are living that they are living this all tells us that they are living. A plant grow without movement. It does not do any movement. So movement sometimes does not able to see through our naked eyes. Movement we can't see. So professors and scientists can say us whether they are alive or not. Scientists can say us whether they are alive or not. If they are alive, you have learnt in your lower classes that they contains tissues, different types of contains different tissues of tissue. In order to maintain this, in order to live, it has to keep breaking its tissue, keep breaking its tissue. uh, but this breaking says that it is no longer alive, because if it breaks down means its structure will be vanished. So it should be breakdown also, and it should maintain its structure also. And maintenance is important. It should maintain itself. Since all these are made up of molecules, as you know, all these are made up of molecules. So the molecules will be moving. They will be moving around. And what is life process? Your chapter life process, what is that? So the maintenance. So what it means, the maintenance of living organism. If a organism is living, its main organism should be going on. The maintenance should be going on, whether they are not doing any work. But still the maintenance doing any work. But still the maintenance should be going on in their body. The body cells will maintain itself. It happens. So the maintenance, it happens even when we sit in class, even when you sit in class, even when we sit in class, do some work, do some do some work and do some work and do some job. At that time also the maintenance of the cells will be going, maintenance of living organism is going on. The process, so the process that together perform do the maintenance of your body. Maintenance is called as life process. It's called as life process. So the process that together do the maintenance of your body is called as life process. What life process means? The process that together do the maintenance of the body, or together do the maintenance, is called as life process. They ask for 1 marks. So since maintenance is needed to prevent the breakdown, to make the breakdown of the in the body, the maintenance is needed. So it also transfers the food energy, transfers the organisms also transfers the organisms or cells, they also transfers the energy, food and other things. So the outside source of energy is different. Outside source of energy is little bit different. So if the energy we get from outside, the energy is little different. It is little different. And uniform source of energy. Here the uniform source of energy helps. Uniform energy helps in maintenance of structure, maintenance of structure of our body structure. And so the taking of oxygen from outside of body, taking of oxygen from the plants outside of body, and using it to breakdown of cells, and using that oxygen for breakdown of cells, this is called as respiration. You may have learnt about respiration in your lower classes, and now in this 10th box we will learn about that. So if there is single cell organism, it does not need any help for respiration. It does not joins the respiration or respiration and food supply. It does not joins that food supply. And multicellular organisms, it make direct contact with the multicellular organism. It make direct contact with the surrounding, and gives help needed to the gives help needed to organism. What help it need organism? It gives multicellular organisms cellular organism are in various parts of body. They are in various parts of body, and the not that that's all. There are many tissues. You may have learned tissue. The functional and structural unit of cell are called as tissue. There are many tissues that help for food supply, and respiration in the body. It helps. And the transport system in body carries carries food and oxygen to all the part of body, to all the parts of body. It carries the part of body, it carries the food and oxygen. It carries the food and oxygen to all the part of body. The products that are removed from the body, they are called as they this process is called as excretion. It is called as, you may have know about it. The transport system sends the waste away from body. It sends the waste away from body through the excretory tissue. Excretory tissue. It sends the waste out of the body. Next is nutrition. So to walk, to read, to run, for this all we need energy. As you all know, we need energy. And for our development of body development, and for synthetic protein, for all these we need an energy called food that we eat every day. How do living organisms get food? Generally, all the living organisms eat food, but they get food in different way. As you all know, in different way they get the different way the organisms get food. Some organisms uses the carbon dioxide. And prepares food. They are autotrophic nutrition. They are autotrophs. And other organisms get complex food. They broke down that complex food, and get the energy. And the food is broken down by enzymes. The enzymes broke the food. Heterotropic is different from autotrophic. It is different. Autotrophic nutrition. So the energy requirement for autotrophic nutrition is fulfilled. The energy requirement for autotrophic nutrition is fulfilled by photosynthesis. As you know, autotrophic means the plants. So it converts it, the autotrophic plants, that it converts it and stores it as energy. It converts and stores it as energy. energy of carbon dioxide, carbon dioxide, carbon dioxide, and water is converted into carbohydrate. It is converted into carbohydrates, and sunlight and chlorophyll are also present. Chlorophyll, as you know, and it uses carbon dioxide for its purpose, what it need for that it uses it. Carbohydrates are in the form of starch. It can be used by plants. It can be used by plants when they need, whenever they need, they can use it. So similarly, we can see in our body, some food are stored in form of glucose. In the form of glucose, the food is stored. 6CO2 is the plus 12H2O gives you, this is the formula for glucose, and C6H12O6 plus O6 plus 6O2 6O2 plus 6H2 we get 6H2O we get. This is glucose, H2O, that is glucose. This C6H12O6 6O2 plus 6H2O, it is glucose. This is the formula for glucose. This is formula for glucose. Let's see what happens during photosynthesis. What happens there? Absorption of light energy. So light energy is absorbed by chlorophyll first, then afterwards what happens means conversion of light energy into chemical energy. We convert the light energy into chemical energy, and splitting of water molecules. Afterwards it splits the water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen. It splits the water molecules. Then what happens means reduction of carbon dioxide. It makes carbon dioxide into carbohydrates. It makes the carbon dioxide as carbohydrates. So this happens in the process of photosynthesis. This happens. Next, so if you observe this carefully, if you observe this carefully, if you observe, you can see some leaf contains green color dot that is chloroplast. This image here, there are some dot that contains green color dot. Green color dot, they are chloroplast. They have said that as chloroplast. They are chloroplast or chlorophyll, they call it as chlorophyll. So it is essential for photosynthesis for photosynthesis as well as next is, so by seeing this photo here, that is by seeing this photo, what first comes to your mind? What is this? So you may be knowing that is tomato. So it is a tiny pore. It is a tiny pore located on. It is tiny pore located on the leaves, on the surface of leaves. On the surface of leaves, it is located. It takes place the exchange of gases and photosynthesis. It takes place the exchange of gases and photosynthesis, and it loses more energy, more water by this tomato. By this tomato, it loses, the plant loses more water by this tomato, and the pore of tomato is closed when it is not taking in carbon dioxide. When it is not taking in carbon dioxide, that time it is closed. See here, closed pore. See here, second you are seeing, no, it is closed, and first is open, that has tomatal pore. They see here, they have given it is open tomatal pore and chloroplast and guard cell. Here see, it is tomatal pore is closed in second photo. So the opening and closing of stomata depends on stomata is on guard cell. The guard cell opens and closes the stomata guard cells. Till now we have learnt about autotrophs and autotroph, and it does not need any material. It does not need any material or any material to do its work. It does not need any material, and also it only need carbon dioxide and water. Carbon dioxide and water it need, water and soil it need. So stomata, and we talked about autotrophs and what is life process. We talked the living of organisms. Maintenance of organism is called as life process. And next is heterotrophic nutrition. So till now we have learnt about autotroph. Let's know the animals or things that depends on other animals or things for their food is called heterotrophs. So this you learnt in your lower classes. So there is different strategies in which they takes the food in, and what happens means some organisms break the food and takes the energy. Some organisms just takes the energy and does not kill the plant or any other thing. So how do organism takes their food? So single celled organism organism single celled organisms like amoeba takes the food food from the wall food from the food surface, a surface it has called food surface. From there it extends and it takes then surface or pseudopodia, it is called as pseudopodia that takes in and it breaks the complex food complex food into simple food. It breaks it into simple food and the other waste food is thrown out. Other waste food thrown out is thrown out. Let's come to the nutrition in human beings. How human nutrition in human beings. So this is the nutrition in human body, the alimentary canal. So I have made video on this, so I will put the link, that video's link in description. So if you want you can watch that video. So I will explain this. So let's know about how the food is digested in human body. So let's come to the digestion of food in human body. So first we take the food and chew in our mouth, as you all know, in our mouth, and also and a chewing, and while chewing the food it becomes soft and a watery soft a water and a water comes in our mouth, that is saliva. As you may be knowing, you have learned in your lower classes, saliva. Due to salivary gland, you may be knowing salivary gland, it has some enzymes that breaks the food. It has some enzymes that breaks the food into small molecules. It breaks the food. And saliva has a enzyme. So it has an enzyme called salivary amylase that breaks the starch into sugar, or the food into small particles. It is important to push the food in digestive system. It is important to push the food in digestive system, and this is done by the muscles, by the lining muscles or inner muscles, by the muscles. It is done by the muscles. From the mouth the food is gone into stomach through a pipe called esophagus. See here, esophagus, you can see from mouth it is going to, helps the food to go till stomach. So the stomach is very much large, as you know. Stomach is very large. It helps the food to join to digestive juices It helps food to join the digestive juices that helps it to digest easily. So the digestion in stomach is taken care by, that is taken care by, is taken care by by glands present in that by glands present in on the wall of stomach. In the wall of stomach some glands are present. Stomach, they help to digest, and they they produce hydrochloric acid, chloric acid. This you may be learned in your chapters. Hydrochloric acid, pepsin, and mucus, some food digestion. So mucus it protects the stomach. It protects the stomach from the acid. It protects the stomach not to happen any damage through acids, the hydrochloric acid or pepsin. Hydrochloric acid. The hydrochloric acid produces a medium of acid that helps the pepsin acid. Afterwards, it is taken to small intestine. The food is taken to small intestine after this acid works on it. So from that, now it enters from the acids. After that, now it enters the small intestine. That is a large part of alimentary canal or digestive system. Also you can say it is a last part of alimentary canal or digestive system. It enters it. So herbivorous animals need large intestine to digest the food, to digest the grass or food, because to digest it need more intestine and more power. But carnivorous need small intestine to digest the meat or anything. It needs just meat or etc. It needs small intestine. In small intestine it secretes the carbohydrates, fats, protein. This all it secretes, and to secrete this all, it need help of liver and it needs help of liver and pancreas to secrete these things. Bile juice acts on fat, so it stores bile juice, acts on fat, and pancreas produce pancreatic juice that helps in storage of proteins in pancreas. And finally, it converts the protein into amino acids and carbohydrates into glucose and fats, it converts into fatty acids. It converts into fatty acids. Small intestine, a thing called villi is there. It takes the food to all the part of body, to food to all the parts of body through blood vessel, parts of body through blood vessel, through blood vessels. It takes the food to all the part of body. And after that, the unabsorbed food or the unabsorbed food or wasteful food, the large intestine absorbs. The more large intestine absorbs the water from these food materials, and waste material exits from anal 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 sphincter. From anal sphincter it exits. So this was your digestion in stomach. So if they may ask this diagram for 2 or 3 marks, or they may ask to explain the digestion in stomach, so don't forget to read this thing. They may ask this chapter for more questions. They may ask the stomata, draw a neat diagram of stomata, or explain how gas exchange or still topics are there. I will explain in my next video. So okay friends, I think you understand till here. So like the video, comment on the video, and subscribe my channel and coaching center for more video. So I will see you in my next video explaining this chapter part 2 and other concept of this chapter. So till then, take care and have a nice day friends. Bye friends.